Hi there. Do you want to say hi to the internet? Hi, internet. It's Fair Word of Moonlight Mess. And hey, Muerte, over this way. Yeah. No, look at the camera. You see? Oh, say hi to pretty people. Nope, just mummy pets. That's fine. This is my Muerte. He's my Australian Shepherd. He's my big baby. He's supposed to be small. Like I am a small. I'm a giant fairy. I'm not a small human. Um, but he's not. He's 75 pounds, which is fine. Anyway, since I'm wearing my Mandalorian shirt, yes, baby, it's the Mandalorian shirt. Yes, you want to keep your head in my lap while I tell this story? That's totally fine. You do that, baby. Okay, multitasking here. So my son is a huge Mando mega fan, and this started when he was about a year and a half before he turned two. Um, so if anyone knows how to get a hold of Pedro Pascal, send him this. He's got to know about my son. Um, when my son was about a year and a half old, my Mamps passed away in the middle of the night, and all little 1.5, 2 year old trips understood was I went to Mamps' house, everything was fine. I went to sleep, I came back, Mamps isn't there, and everybody who is there is sad. So he started fighting sleep, and after like 5 hours, it was midnight. This kid still had not gone down to sleep, and we'd been trying since like, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock. We were exhausted. We were out of ideas. So just, hey, maybe if we put on like a grown-up show, it'll bore him and we'll go to sleep. Um, so, hi. So I turned on The Mandalorian, season 1, episode 1. And that opening scene, as soon as there's like the boot and the crunch of the snow, he's like he's starting to calm down a little bit, like, who is that? Well, baby, that's the Mandalorian. What's he do? Well, he's the good guy and he gets the bad guys and he keeps us safe. Oh, okay. This isn't a spoiler. The season's been out for several years. So the first like fight scene with the bad guys happens in like the first 10 minutes of that first episode. So after that scene gets all wrapped up and, they're heading back to the ship and everything, my son kind of looks at me and goes, did Mando get the bad guys? And I'm like, yeah, baby, he got all the bad guys. There's no more bad guys we gotta worry about. We are all safe. And he went, okay, thanks, Mando, and went to sleep in my lap. This created a part of the nighttime routine that I did not expect of he had to watch an episode of The Mandalorian before he went to sleep. And this has been going on for approximately 5 years. I am not exaggerating when I've seen every episode of seasons 1 and 2 upwards of 200 times. It's definitely not as many times as I've seen The Princess Bride, but I can pretty much quote most of an episode to you from memory at this point. Why? Because it helped my son. I started working after spending several years as a stay-at-home mom, and he was worried about it. So I happened to be working at the Ren Fair. So I would just get pictures with the Mandalorian cosplayers and send them to who was watching my son, and he'd be like, oh, Mummy's with the Mandalorian. She's safe. So that has evolved massively. Not only is he getting like really amazingly cool Mandalorian stuff from friends, regulars, whatever, really cool stuff. And he will tell you, our Mandalorian is Din Djarin. We love Din Djarin. 5 years, and he still wants to be a Mandalorian when he grows up. Be trustworthy. Take care of people less fortunate than you. Don't speak unless you know what you're talking about. I mean, I think we could all take some tips from the Mandalorians a little bit on how not to be a dick. He is now added to my backstory that I used to be a Mandalorian before I was his mom, and that's his reason why there are so many Mandalorians at the Renaissance Fair, because that's my old clan coming to check up on me. Honestly, a lot of parenting difficulties have been resolved by WWMD or WW Triple D. What would Mando do? What would Din Djarin do? Excuse me, would Din Djarin hit his friends like that? You need to be like a Mandalorian. You can't just go hitting people willy-nilly. You know, potty training. He was being difficult and sassy. I don't want to use the potty. Do you think Din Djarin goes poop in his pants? Well, no. Well, do you want to be like Din Djarin? He's like, yeah, I'll sit on the potty. So just what would Din Djarin do? What would Mando do? Has kind of become a really good way to help guide. Yes. Yes. I do need to talk with my hands, though. You can't just have one scritching your head the whole time. Because I'm horrible. How dare he not get pets all day long until my hand literally falls off. So yeah, so that's also helped a lot with parenting. I'm just gonna cut this now because I'm rambling and I've got some editing to do, babes. In the meantime, remember, stay weird and always make time for dance breaks.